Let's get started. Let's get started. 5 characters I would buff given the chance. In no particular order. We're just gonna, take 5 characters, and I will also say that we did do a similar thing in the past with 4 characters, I believe. And back then, I decided that I would have buffed Bowser Jr., Mewtwo, Sheik, and there was one more character. Piranha Plant. I'm pretty sure it was 4 last time. So these characters are off the limits since we've already done those. So it's characters besides those. Because it wouldn't be, like that interesting to do, the same 4 characters again. Since none of them have been buffed enough. So those are off the limits. And if we remove those, I will say Falco is going to be one of the characters. Falco is one of the characters that I would buff. It's quite a few different ways you could buff this character. Like, I already think the character is quite good, but you can still buff him quite a bit. Some of the buffs I personally would like to see is... Actually, Lucina might not be the best to show off some of this. Let me have a shorter character. Can take Pichu, for example. No, this is the first character. First characters. Earlier, I was talking about characters we went over in the past that I would buff. Okay. Yeah, like this move, for example, I would like to see it hit a little bit more forward, like up smash. Like if you stand like right next to your opponent, you can get the hit, but I feel like, yeah, look at this. Like you're almost standing right next to your opponent, and your up smash doesn't hit. I feel like that's a little bit silly. Like I have to be. Look at this. I'm so close and up smash doesn't connect. So this move I will give, a little bit more hitbox in front. It's actually a lot of moves, like especially up tilts that do not hit opponents that stand on the ground. So yeah, you have to be way too close for this move to connect. So I will buff that. It's still quite strong though. Like, I know it's Pichu, but it's 100%. So strength is pretty good, but I would increase the hitbox on this move for sure. Then another thing I would do with Falco is honestly his up throw. I think is a huge deal as well. Actually, it's like a little bit similar in melee to this actually, where when you do up throw, if you don't DI correctly, you always get hit by the lasers, and at a lot of percentages, okay, not this high against Pichu, but on a lot of percentages, you can like combo nicely out of this. But against opponents that DIs correctly, you're not gonna be able to connect since the lasers doesn't hit. Same thing applies to back throw. If you DI this correctly, those lasers are not gonna connect. So I'll probably make it so that the lasers are guaranteed after the throws. I think that could be some good stuff. What else? Honestly, one part of me wants lasers to be more useful again. Like, maybe not like in Brawl, but like, yeah, I feel like short up lasers should at least be like reasonable to use. Here it's like, nah, not really. Downer, I could also see a buff on in terms of like getting stronger at high damage. Like, knockback growth on this move is not that good. So like, should be stronger at higher damages. Old melee shine. It would be cool, but I feel like it would be quite broken in this game if Spaceys had like the old shines and being able to jump out of them. Not that I think it's bad design, I just feel like a lot of things would have to be buffed in the process. But yeah, I'll say that's some of the changes I would like to see for Falco. So downer, more knockback growth, up smash having a better hitbox in front, and then up throw and back throw being able to connect more properly, so you can DI out of the lasers. Ridley is another character I would like to see buffed. He did get some buffs. Yo, DreadTech, the 5 years subscription. Thank you so much, my friend. Miss you too, buddy. Alright, so Ridley. How would we buff this character? One thing I would like to see for Ridley is when you do neutral B, you have to shoot it right away, right? Like, whether you shoot one fireball or many. I personally think it would be cool if you could charge up the neutral B and then keep it, so you don't have to like use it as you're, you know, charging the move. I think that would be very cool. So you could charge it up and then like move around with it. Would make the move much more useful. Now I feel like you pretty much mainly use it when you have people off stage and you already have time to like charge it and then shoot, right? But if you could charge it and then walk around with it, and then yeah, I just feel like it would be overall so much better. Maybe as like a fall down option. Like if you're in the air, like if you want to get anything more than one fireball, it takes so much time, and the opponent is easily gonna be able to avoid it. So I would like to see this move being able to like that you can keep it. I think that would be cool. I would also make the character a bit heavier. The character for being this size is honestly a little bit too light. So I would like to see Ridley a little bit heavier so he would be a bit harder to kill. Besides those things, I don't really think Ridley needs any more changes. His recovery is quite a bit better now. Like, it's quite a bit faster. His tilts are honestly amazing. Like, the range of this down tilt. Up tilt is also amazing to like charge people. So Ridley's advantage stage is really good. And if you make him a bit heavier, even if his disadvantage still sucks, he wouldn't die as early from it. So yeah, making Ridley heavier and being able to keep your neutral B is the two ways I would buff Ridley personally. I would also want to buff Pitts. Well, the thing is, I'm not talking about how realistic the buffs are. I'm talking about buffs I want. For Pitt, something I would like to see, even though this move, the side B, is really good, like, I want Pitt to get the side B back from PM. Whether you still keep this move or not, I personally don't really care about. Even though it would be an advantage to keep it. Maybe remove this move. I don't know. This is obviously good against projectile characters. But what Pitts could do in PM was where if you side beat, you were like flying forward, and then you can cancel that with a jump. So you could like hit people and then quickly fly after them, jump out, and keep up with the combo. It was so much fun, and it opened up so much combo potential for the character. So that's something I would like to see. I would also like to see arrows being a bit better. Also, like, a lot of the changes for Pitts, for me, would be PM inspired, because I really enjoy that character in that game. So I would want the arrows to be like quicker, and that you more quickly could like control the arrows. Arrow combos in PM was honestly so much fun, and yeah, it opened up like tons of combo trees. That was very interesting. So I would like to see that side B implemented in some fashion at the very least. I would also, yeah, so side B and then arrows better. Here I feel like you're not, see, like even at like 90 you don't get anywhere from the arrow. I think they should like, the knockback grove and arrow should be like so, like this is like, yeah, this looks like set knockback more or less. It actually might be set knockback, where you fly equally as far regardless of percentage. Yeah, it looks like set knockback. So I would like to see you actually have like knockback growth on the arrows, so you could combo arrows into like aerials or smash attacks. I feel like that would help the character a lot as well. You could also like fall down, quickly aim an arrow, they are in hit stun, and then maybe you get like an up smash, for example. Like, you can charge, but the thing is like, yeah, I want the knockback to actually be good. Not uncharged arrows. Okay, yeah, now Pichu actually goes a little bit, but still not gonna combo ever. So I think, yeah, I think those things could be cool for Pit. Some people might not agree here, since Corrin was quite good in Smash 4. Even though Corrin was not like one of the absolutely best, the character was still really good in Smash 4. But this character, the main change I would like to see is just being faster all around. Corrin is so slow for some reason. I don't know why. This character feels like it's stuck in Smash 4. If Corrin was a bit faster, this character would be so much better. Neutral would be easier to play. Keeping people in disadvantage, like when you have people above you, you want to keep them above you, right? And Corrin does have some good tools for that. Like, this up air reaches so far. This move is really, really good. But since you're so slow on the ground, it's hard to keep people in disadvantage consistently. So I would like to see running speed being improved by a lot. And that's honestly the main change. If I only could do one change to Corrin, that would be it. That alone could help the character so much. I don't care that the recovery is like not the best, even though it's buffed as well. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind. But I want the character to be running much faster. Then besides that, I could see Pen being a bit buffed again. Not to like Smash 4 levels, but a little bit buffed at least. Honestly, kind of the same with neutral B. Like, many times, if you hit like a little bit of the neutral B, even see, like they get out so quickly. So many times it's like, well, I won't make it in time. It's like, I don't know. I feel like the move should be better. On hit at least. Maybe make it slower so it's harder to hit, but when you hit, it actually matters more. I think that also could be, you know, reasonable. Then also I want down tilt, up tilt to connect more consistently at low damage. Sometimes when you do this, like, see, it doesn't even register as a combo in training mode. I think this should combo more consistently across the board. So yeah, that's the changes I would. Yeah, that's the changes I would give Corrin. But yeah, as I said, overall thing would be running speed. Because right now, yeah, Corrin is arguably the worst sword fighter in the game, and just giving him more speed alone would be massive for the character. Also, actually, one thing I forgot to mention for Corrin. Please give Corrin something from grab. Grab leads to nothing. Grab never leads to anything. Give Corrin something. So, yeah, something from grab, like down throw, maybe like you know, kind of like Ike, when you grab people and throw them, and if they DI in, you get up air. If they DI out, you get fair. So Corrin could do something similar. If the DI in, you get up air. If the DI in front, you get fair or nair. I think that could be fine. Falcon, I would also buff a little bit. He has also received some buffs, but not quite enough. I'll make his dash better. It's like, feels very sluggish for being, like, the initial startup on the dash. Feels very sluggish for being like such a fast character overall. So I'll give Falcon that. Same thing when you like run away. It's like, how do you say? Like, not only is like the dash slow, but it's like the character, it's like very easy to hit him out of his dash back. So it's like hard to like make people whiff go away, and then come back in. So I'll buff that a little bit for him as well. So overall, just making his dash all around better. I think that would be very useful for the character. Another thing I would like to see is knee being a bit faster and a little bit less lag. Like, I don't know. I feel like this a little bit like melee, where you can like jump in and knee against people, and it's actually like a threat. Here, you always need setups for knee. Often your setups to knee is like first hit nair into knee, for example. But I would like to see the knee itself being more of a threat. Maybe a little bit more. But yeah, that also like the startup of the dash being kind of bad. I feel like I want it to fly further when he does this as well, like more across the stage. So a little bit melee inspired changes. So faster dashes, make knee faster, and probably more safe on block too. But mainly that it's faster. I want to see the Falcons fly in and do a knee. I think that could be cool. No. Besides those things, I don't really feel like Falcon really needs something. I know some people talk about like if you up people and they wall tech and then they hit you, that they want that removed. I don't know. I could see it being very frustrating if you play Falcon or Ganon, but I don't know. I feel okay with it, but of course I'm not on the receiving end. I feel like you already don't get your jump back from up B, so it's like a little bit nerfed already. But of course that would help Falcon, but I personally don't mind it. But I also feel like offstage game in this game could be even stronger than it is, so I don't want to make changes to like help recoveries too much. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. So for my 5 characters, I want to buff Falco, Pit, Ridley, Corrin, and Captain Falcon. But yeah, please let me know what 5 characters you would buff given the chance. And remember, as I said at the very start, we already did this once in the past, so a few characters, at least for me, was off the limits. But for all of you guys, any character is on the table. Let me know what characters you would buff given the chance.